in the Annihilator, and now Greater Carrot, Requiem flipping up, and now in comes Chaos 3, and in comes Cyber Spinner, and in comes Disco Inferno. This is gonna be mad. This is gonna be fun. With Maximum Overdrive 3 approaching the curtain, it is time that we wrap up one of the tournaments that has been running on throughout the series. It is the grand final of the Tag Team Terror tournament in tonight's main event. Reigning champions Diamond, Storm and Cyanide will be taking on Speed and Formula with all the marbles on the line. And let me tell you, Speed has been wanting a shot at Diamond Storm for months. At last, they finally get the opportunity. But we have 4 fights to go through first. And starting off with a double bill of New Blood action, it is the New Blood Tournament semi-finals. The first of our semi-finals being the Rising Stars Bubblegum Crisis taking on the destructive full-body spinner of Epitaph. It's J-Rock versus Prog Rock, and looking to rock tonight are the House Robots, Rhino and Virus. The classic duo reunited once again. So let's go to the arena and let's go into Overdrive. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Good battle this is. Of course, all the New Bloods who have made it to the semi-finals have all been very, very impressive. These two, no exception, of course. Bubblegum Crisis getting an out of the arena elimination. Epitaph proving to be a very, very destructive full body spinner. Epitaph trying to flip up Epitaph, although the arena wall's getting in the way. Now Epitaph gets a big hit there, gets a big hit down Bubblegum Crisis, and now Epitaph's been flipped up and over. They do have a self-righting mechanism. We did see it in the tag team. Yes, yes, yes. It's a very good self-righter. We have seen it come off, though, which isn't great. Epitaph, I guess, a more of a smaller machine in size, but it makes up for it with that very, very powerful, strong weapon. Although Bubblegum Crisis getting in underneath Epitaph yet again. Epitaph able to survive that time. Epitaph coming in for another hit and another big hit. That was a huge hit there and onto Bubblegum Crisis. Bubblegum Crisis now gets in a big flip there and onto Epitaph. Epitaph upended on their backs. They're going to need self-right yet again. They do self-right. It's a very, very good self-righter actually on Epitaph. It is definitely helping them out here. Although Bubblegum Crisis has caused some major damage. Look at that. Look at that. Epitaph has just exploded. I think, look at this. This is very bad for Epitaph. The team did worry about their reliability. We haven't seen it strike, but now we do. And now look at Virus going in with a huge lift there. Oh, a suplex for your troubles there, lads. Oh, it's all coming apart. The spinners came off. This is very bad. Epitaph sort of stuck on those spikes there. The spinner's gone, the Shreemek's gone, everything is gone. There's the body, there's the spinner, there's that. And I think, well, after an explosion like that, it's undeniable who gets the win here, isn't it? 6. A dramatic exit closes Epitaph's time in the New Blood Championship. They are no Crimson King of this robotic court, let me tell you. The impressive run of Bubblegum Crisis continues. They go in to the New Blood Grand Final next week. But who will face them? Our next semi-final features the low-pressured flipper of Marksman and the Cyber Wars Legends Robo Harvester. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. This should be a very good battle here. I don't really know what way it's going to go because Robo Harvester do have a high ground clearance, but they are invertible. And look at that, coming in with a big hit there onto Marksman. Either way, I feel like both these machines are equally as deserving of a spot in the New Blood finals as each other. Marksman has probably had the most Robot Wars Omega success, you know, was the one that debuted first, appeared in the Wildcard Warriors, of course appeared in the Rumble as well. Has always shown promise, has yet to really get a big win yet, but has always looked good. The lifting arm is very effective. Robo Harvester comes in for a big hit though onto Marksman. Marksman gets sent across the arena there. Marksman able to self-right. It's a low pressure flipper. That means That means they have more flips. They aren't as powerful, but it's very controlled. It's a very tanky design, like I said as well in the past. I've described it as a tank of a machine. It's track-driven. We don't get many track-driven machines in Robot Wars Omega. We have Demolition Evo, and I think that's about it, really. And it's very tanky, so it can definitely withstand the blows, but I don't think that's the point. I think the point is if they get knocked out of the arena like how Robo Harvester did with Pink Peril. Not Pink Peril, long gone. Marksman gets sent out the arena at the hands of those rotary blades. It's more of a full-body lifter than a full-body spinning drum. It can really throw machines, can't it? And that is an impressive win by Robo Harvester. And I think Bubblegum Crisis are in the back thinking, what on earth are they going to do to beat a machine like that? Cease. Much like Pink Peril before them, Robo Harvester chewed up Marksman and chucked them clean out of the arena. A New Blood Championship win will be a great start on new turf for the FMRW veterans, but that will be next week. Now we are moving on to our next fight, which is a vengeance battle. Tornado and Storm 3, former tag team champions. These two machines don't like each other, with Storm 3 looking to step out from Tornado's shadow. Well, it's time to go head to head, wheels to wheels, drive to drive. Let the vengeance begin. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. So of course we have Andrew Marchant from Huntingdon with Tornado, and we have Ed Hoppett all the way from Suffolk. I believe it's Suffolk, right? No, I think it's Ipswich actually. With Storm 3, and Storm 3 is already proved to be a very strong machine here, getting in underneath Tornado, and I think a bit of tape of the arena floor has already been scraped up. We've already had a few already, as you can see on the arena floor, you know, the wear and tear of the arena. Storm 3 comes in for a good slam there and onto Tornado, and Tornado gets slammed, but I think a driver error there. Storm 3 into the clutches of Virus. I think they were trying to push Tornado into the CPZ. I think it went horribly wrong there. Tornado comes in for a good slam there onto Storm 3. And this is what we expected. A really fast match this is. And Tornado comes in for a good slam there. But Storm 3 pushing back and Tornado into the CPZ with Rhino. Rhino comes in for a big slam there. Tornado able to survive. With both machines former tag team champions, well, they won it together. This is why they're having a match. Storm 3 feel a bit hard done by, you know, a bit hard done by Tornado. They had an absence after Series 2. They are back again with a new build. They send us back to the old glory of, you know, Series 7 and all that. And now they're coming with another big slam onto Tornado. Tornado able to skirt away, now trying to come with that rear spinner. Storm 3 lower to the ground. Tornado the heavier, the larger of the two as well. They're a big brick. Two of these machines are two of the greatest pushers in Robot Wars Omega, you know, alongside, you know, Roadkill, of course. And now Tornado coming in for a good slam there and onto Storm 3. I think they flipped themselves up and over, but now they've got Storm 3 on the piggyback ride. And this is not good for them at all. Storm 3 on the piggyback ride. Tornado trying to push them into Virus again. Virus now. Well, the new Virus certainly getting in the action there. Storm 3 again has been flipped up and over. Now Storm 3 upended on their backs. Tornado now, this has really turned the tide of the battle. This is a very close match. And well, unless you're Razor 905 who hates Rambots, you are certainly having a great fun time with this battle here. And another slam! And Tornado doing a headstand there. I think the arena wall is in their way. And I think that slam by Storm 3 could be proved costly here. Storm 3 has just slammed Tornado and they're just sitting back, watching on. And I think vengeance will be served for Storm 3. And well, Tornado once again getting stuck on a position they can't move from. It's been an issue for them ever since, well, we saw them in Robot Wars Omega. It's costed them yet again. Cease. Tornado left in an all too familiar position as Storm 3 gets the win. Those 665 Shaw Vulcan on wheels and precision milled scoop doing wonders. A great match. And well, let's keep the action going as it is time for a #1 contenders match. The winner receiving a shot at the undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship next week. And well, we decided to throw a 10 robot rumble. 10 machines hungry and feisty for a shot at Roadkill's championship next week. 10 machines who are willing to go at it in a no time limit contest. 10 machines who are all prepared to fight it out till there is only one left standing. This is going to be great. This is going to be brutal. This is going to be carnage. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. And as expected, Wildcard and Velociflipper go at it first. In comes Hypershot with a good slam though. Petrify trying to come in for a big hit. Demolition Evo and Plan B, of course. They were in the Annihilator, both machines. Still, these three were in the Annihilator, and now Great Carrot Requiem flipping up. And now in comes Chaos 3, and in comes Cyber Spinner, and in comes Disco Inferno. This is gonna be mad. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be frantic, and they're all currently forming a pile there in the corner there. Petrify coming for a big hit down to Hypershot. Chaos 3 coming for a big flip down to Disco Inferno. Demolition Evo. L-Star's right. Wouldn't they love another shot at Roadkill? Of course, Roadkill standing out of the arena. Well, speaking of out of the arena, Cyber Spinner are the first to go at the hands of Velociflipper. And now Great Cat Requiem trying to come in for a big hit there. In onto Petrify. Velociflipper able to south right, trying to come in for a flip there and onto Wildcard. This is going to be a brilliant match, isn't it? Hypershock and Great Cat Requiem. They've got a bit of history. They've got a bit of a rivalry. I think besides Demolition Evo and Velociflipper, all the and of course Wildcard, they were champions. All the rest of these machines were in the Royal Rumble. So we'll see what happens there, and I guess we're going to have a clash between 2 of the 4 pillars. Of course, Wildcard and Plan B Cube. These two have only fought once, and that was in a live stream to crown the first internet champion, a now long retired old championship of Robot Wars Omega that Wildcard sort of made famous. Of course, lost to Danson Kia, which led to the unification of both belts, thus creating the undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championships. A bit of history to you new viewers here, who've only tuned in recently as a result of, Maximum Overdrive and now Demolition Evo. Now coming for a good lift up onto Velociflipper. Chaos 3 on its back. Chaos 3, Disco Inferno, they've got a bit of a history as well. Disco Inferno and Chaos 3. Chaos 3 actually eliminated Disco Inferno in Series 4. And now, Great Carrot Requiem gets their revenge on Hypershot, gets their revenge from the Rumble. Wildcard in trouble. Wildcard, they have won big melees before though. And honestly, I feel like if Wildcard of War Machines wins this, Roadkill may need to start counting their days as Ultimate Challenge Champion, as Wildcards are good. They are one of the most, they are one of the hardest machines to beat in Robot Wars Omega. They are so difficult to beat. Disco Inferno now comes in for a big hit down to Wildcard, and Chaos 3 comes in for a big flip. Wildcard managing to stay in. And now, yes, as expected as well, Petrify and Disco Inferno are going at it. They sort of got a great rivalry going on themselves. Chaos 3 and Velociflipper comes in for a big flip. Velociflipper gets them flying. Chaos 3 gets flipped across the arena floor. Velociflipper, very unlucky machine. They've never done well in the main series. They've always had bad luck, either going up against Wildcard in the first round or going up against Endgame in the second round. Plan B Cube gets sent flying there. They're in trouble. Chaos 3 now gets that flipper in underneath Velociflipper, and again Velociflipper crashes back down, and they've got that flipper in underneath Chaos 3. Chaos 3 gets flipped across the arena floor. Demolition Evo trying to come in for a good lift up there. Wildcard trying to flip over and out. Great Cat Requiem. Great Cat Requiem just about survived. Disco Inferno escapes the grab of Petrify. Needed quite a one-sided rivalry. Disco Inferno don't want anything to do with Petrify, eh? Velociflipper, of course, self-rise, and now get eliminates Plan B Cube. Remember, they were former tag team there. Well, it really is all to play for here in a 10 robot rumble. Last robot standing, every machine for themselves. Chaos 3 upended on their backs. Petrify comes in for a big hit. Demolition Evo, again, staying out the action, doing what they do best. But look at this, I think Great Cat Requiem and Velociflipper are teaming up against Wildcard. Velociflipper is grappling all the Wildcard. Wildcard can't self-right. Wow, it looks like that team up went haywire, didn't it? And I think Wildcard wants to eliminate Velociflipper, and out goes Great Carrot Requiem. I think Wildcard, they knew what Great Carrot Requiem were doing, sent them out to the arena just like that. Petrify and Chaos 3 are now going at it. I think Chaos 3 just soft right into the spin, and that's gonna hurt.
And now Chaos 3 now lifts up Petrify. Very nearly got them out of the arena. Now Disco Inferno coming for a hit. Chaos 3. And now Demolition Eva are upended on their backs. Velosa Flipper. They certainly have been very impressive thus far. And Wildcard's trying to get Demolition Eva up and out the arena. Although Demolition Eva coming for another flip. And I think is another team up on the guards here. Chaos 3, look at this. They're all teaming up against Wildcard. Velosa Flipper and Chaos 3. They are right underneath Wildcard. Wildcard managing to stay in. Who's going to be the one to eliminate Wildcard? It's a double elimination. Two machines have done it at the same time. Velosa Flipper and Chaos 3 able to eliminate Wildcard. That was great stuff, wasn't it? Chaos 3 now upended. I think the truce is immediately off of Velosa Flipper. They knew they had to team up to take out Wildcard. And well, that was very good, the double team. Both of them got in the flip at the same time. Double the flipper power. And now Disco Inferno trying to come in for a hit at the side of Demolition Evo. Trying to come in on those treads, I guess. Petrify now come bringing down that weapon in onto Velosa Flipper. Chaos 3 now trying to get Petrify up and out the arena there. Demolition Evo now upended. Chaos 3 trying to get Demolition Evo up on its side. I think that would have immobilized them if it was the other way around. I really do. Velosa Flipper now trying to flip up Disco Inferno. Chaos 3 now comes in for a big flip onto Velosa Flipper. Velosa Flipper able to self-ride, and I think that may have costed them there. I think they're in trouble. Yeah, I think that's them out of it now. Demolition Evo now. I think Demolition Evo is stuck on their side here now, I think. And I think that's just two machines that have been rendered immobilized like that. We're now down to just 3. Chaos 3 now. Chaos 3. Oh, big hit there by Petrify. Chaos 3 now. Oh, Petrify trying to bring down the weapon in onto the weapon of Chaos 3. And I think they just hit the weapon. I think they just hit them. I think they just hit something very, very important there. Chaos 3 now upended on their backs. I don't think they're going to be self-righting, are they? And now it's down to Disco Inferno and Petrify. This is what we wanted to see. Petrify upended on their backs. Petrify, of course, have had tag team exploits. Disco Inferno has never had a shot at the Ultimate Challenge Championships. Neither has Petrify. And would it be great to see one of these machines do it? One of these machines go on to beat Roadkill as well? Go on to beat Roadkill? Wouldn't that be great? Well, it looks like Disco Inferno, they know what they have to do. Petrify are one tough SOB. Son of a bot, not son of a, you know what, that's a naughty word. We're a family-friendly channel. Shit, fuck, piss. Anyway, oh! Big hit there again from Disco Inferno, and again! And they've ripped off the weapon! They've ripped off the weapon of Petrify! Petrify, the wheels are still spinning, but without a weapon! You can't move! You can't self-ride! And I think Disco Inferno is gonna go on to do it. That's a surprise in my opinion. Of all the machines in the arena, from Greater Carrot, Requiem to Cyber Spinner to Hypershock to Velosa Flipper to Chaos 3, no, it's instead Disco Inferno that gets the win, and they now have to prepare next week for the biggest match of their career. Cease.
In a rumble of former Ultimate Challenge champions, series champions, grand finalists, you name it, I did not expect Disco Inferno to be the one to go the distance and be the last robot left standing. They'll be getting the shot at the Undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship next week. And if that performance is anything to go off, Roadkill 2 will be needing to make sure they don't go home in a bin bag alongside being beltless. But now it is time for our main event and the conclusion of the Tag Team Terror Championship tournament. Yes, it is time for the Tag Team Terror Champions Diamond, Storm and Cyanide to take on Speed and Formula. The championship is on the line, and if their encounters in Masteraths Robot Wars was anything to go by, if Speed and Diamond Storm square off, be sure to witness all hell breaking loose. This is going to be one good main event.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So this is what all those tag team matches have led up to. The Tag Team Terror Championship Finals. And, well, Formula and Cyanide are kicking things off first. You know, Speed and Diamond Storm, you've got to wait a little bit longer for them to make their clash here in Robot Wars Omega, don't you? And Formula, oh, I don't think Formula fully exploded there. They were able to self-right. I don't think that was a full-on explosion. Formula able to self-right. It's great to see Formula, like, again performing. Yes, it is with this, I guess, this new flipper of Speed, but it is great seeing them perform. They've sort of had a bit of a bad run as of late, but getting a finals in the Tag Team Terror Championships is very good. Cyanide getting that big flipper in underneath Formula. The big pink flip with the green stripe and getting in a big flip there. Formula comes in with a tag onto Speed, and Speed, are we going to see the flipper? Yes, we do! And look at this! Again, I've talked about Diamond Storm and I've talked about Diamond Storm and Speed, but Speed and Cyanide's quite a dream match in their own right as well. These two, I don't think they've ever fought each other actually. They may have had one match in Robot Wars, maybe, potentially, possibly. They've never fought each other in Robot Wars Omega. And now they're coming in a big flip there onto Speed. Speed, I thought they were on their side there, but I think due to the shape and the weight of the rear lifter part, was able to help them. And Speed, oh, Cyanide able to survive there. Cyanide and Speed still going at it, and I think Speed, another big flip. Cyanide crashes back down, and oh, this is what we wanted to see. Speed and Diamond Storm going at it. Speed, although I think Diamond Storm too low for Speed. I think Speed on their side, able to solve right now. Speed gets in underneath Diamond Storm. And Diamond Storm upended, of course. Speed and Diamond Storm are a legendary tag team match at Robot Wars, but they are better rivals than they are pairing. I guess, you know, to people who love All Japan Pro Wrestling, the 90s All Japan Pro Wrestling, they're kind of like Misawa and a Kawada, if you will. They were a great tag team, but they were even better rivals. And, well, we're finally getting to see this rivalry kick off here. Speed tags it onto Formula, though. Well, I don't think these two are going to be done for long. Diamond Storm, though, now in underneath Formula, and Formula gets sent flying. I think they're showing off to Speed here. Yeah, your flips are impressive, but mine are better. Mine are much better. Formula gets sent out, and now Diamond Storm tags onto Cyanide. I think, look at this, they're both showing off how powerful their flippers are. Cyanide trying to come in with a flip onto Speed. Speed on their backs now. Cyanide, can they get Speed up and out of the arena? No. Speed now is in underneath Cyanide, and I think they're going to try and get them out of the arena. No, Speed and Cyanide. Speed has sent Cyanide out of the arena, and now when it's down to these two, and well, look at this. This is great stuff here. Speed and Diamond Storm going at it, and well, there we go. Speed upended, does a little barrel flip, but it is gonna go to the judges just as soon as these two start battling it out. They start the kickoff just as soon as it begins. It comes to an end just like that. Oh boy, and I think the feud between Speed and Diamond Storm is far from over. And well, it's a very, very close match here. These two teams were so evenly matched. Towards the end, it was just Diamond Storm and Speed just going at it. So, but the judges still to make their decision nonetheless. You know the criteria: damage, control, and aggression. The judges felt that Diamond Storm and Cyanide were the more aggressive, and they retain the Robot Wars Omega Tag Team Terror Championships.
Perhaps another controversial judges' decision win for Diamond Storm and Cyanide. The tournament may be over, the championships may have been defended, but I feel like Speed and Diamond Storm are far from done with each other. Either way, congratulations to the champions retaining throughout the whole tournament. Major commiserations to Speed and Formula for coming so close. And we will see you all next week for the penultimate episode of Maximum Overdrive 3, as Roadkill 2 will be putting the undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship on the line against Disco Inferno. Destructive power versus pushing power. It is one main event you sure as hell don't want to miss out on. And if you don't want to miss out on the action, please be sure to subscribe to stay informed of the action. And well, as usual, thank you all for watching, and until then, TBB, signing off.